Mm. What it do, people? It's your boy, Derek, on the mic. I'm back. It's been about a week. We've had lots of drama going on in free agency. Lots. And not so much, I guess, with the Colts. I guess they're just kind of, whatever. We suck. We're just going to continue to suck. But we'll get into that. Because before we start, guys, please, I do appreciate you guys subscribing. We've got a couple more subscribers every single week. We only need 81 more subscribers now. We got 119. So let's keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Hit that 200 mark. And be sure to hit that like button below. We definitely appreciate that. But without further ado, I'm going to introduce the one, the only Debo, and the one and only Brother.
Stop. That's a bad piece. Wait. Here we go. Never mind. There we go. Oh, wait. There we go. Peace. I mean, I'm not leaving. You guys know I'm here.
All right. So I'm going to go over a lot of free agency news first, and then I'll go back up and we'll talk about some like the new proposed rule changes that might happen. See what you guys' take is on that. But I'm just going to name a bunch of shit, and then when I stop, it's going to be because I want your guys' opinion on a particular, because the whole entire organization has done this, okay? But Matt Gay is signed to the Colts on a $22 million contract. It is the largest free agent deal ever for a kicker. So Colts made history, but that's really all they did, because after that, all they did was sign EJ Speed back to a one-year deal. They let Bobby Okereke get signed to another team. They also let Paris Campbell get signed to another team. We'll talk about that. One good move they did make, though, is they cut Matt Ryan and saved themselves $17 million in cap space. Strange and very weird move they did make was they sent five-time Pro Bowler Stephon Gilmore to the Cowboys. And now all they gave us was a 2023 round pick, a compensatory pick for that. So they just got that. They wasn't even there before. They're like, oh, we have this extra pick. Hey, do you guys want it? They're like, yeah, we'll give you Stephon Gilmore. Okay, what a deal. Fuck, Cowboys are like, I'm taking that. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they took off some money off the books. That's what I'm assuming. I also have another take on it, but we'll get towards that later. They did do something I did like. They signed Gardner Minshew as a backup quarterback. I do like the way that he plays. So if it just so happens whoever starts gets injured, I know that he can come in and he wants to ball out. I've seen videos of him. This dude just likes to play football, so he's not going to be garbage, but he's not going to be like whoa, my God, he's an elite talent.
I think that was a good pickup too. I'll agree with you there.
So I'm glad for that. I wish they would have done it last year or a couple years ago when he was available, but go on, Danny.
He's a starter definitely in this league, I think. I mean, he's better than a backup, if you ask me.
Streaky, bro. He's streaky.
He's like in between. He's in between like an above-average quarterback and an average quarterback.
Yeah, I agree.
Wide receiver Paris Campbell signed with the Giants. So Giants, Danny Jones has a better wide receiver now, and they got Darius Slayton back. So that's two good wide receivers over there. But there's more. Don't wait. We were talking about Shaq Mason, and it turns out he's getting traded. I forgot. I didn't even write down where he got traded to. He got traded, though, and it was for a late round swap, a pick. It was a 6th rounder for a 7th rounder. Strange. So the Bucs no longer have them, but I just forgot who does. My apologies. Falcons and Taylor Heineke, they signed a 2-year deal worth up to $20 million per source. I know Atlanta still has Desmond Ridder as a starter, but, he's going to get paid backup money. That's pretty good for backup money. What do you guys think about that move?
Injuries. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro. You were talking first.
Injuries in the NFL happen all the time. He's played enough starting snaps with the Commandos, or whatever that team's called these days, to be warranted that kind of money as a backup. And he can win games. So I think it's a solid signing by the Falcons. If their quarterback gets injured, they have a reliable backup.
All right, now my take, I don't even think that Ritter has the starting job, bro. I think it's up for grabs. I think Heineke, he's not fucking amazing, but he did pretty well in Washington, bro. And I think if I was the Falcons, those two are gonna have to fight it out for a starting job, bro. That's just me.
I like that take. I could see that. I mean, he did ball out for the Washington Commanders. They just didn't seem like they clicked. Even his teammates started like as soon as Carson Wentz went down, his teammates were all revved up with him. Like he can really rally a locker room. So him being over there, maybe he might make some noise. And they're like, you know what? Do we really need Desmond Ritter? Like
That's what I'm saying.
Ritter, you're a nice backer, actually.
As of now, I would assume Desmond Ritter's a starter. But I mean, come training camp, come preseason, I do think that the job's up for grabs, to be honest.
Go ahead, Danny.
I like what they're doing with Atlanta, with that quarterback room. I mean, it's already gotten better. I mean, they've been in the bottom dweller since that Super Bowl loss. I mean, if you didn't like what you saw last year from your guy and you needed a guy like that to come in and change your locker room around, I think that's best for their organization.
Okay. Also, to add to my Shaq Mason thing, it was the Texans. He went to the Texans.
I was gonna say the Texans, but I wasn't sure, so I just kept my mouth shut.
Yeah, I don't want to be that guy that just doesn't say it on my show and then
No, that makes sense.
The Jaguars are giving Wingard a 3-year deal worth $9.6 million in base value with a chance to make $13.8 million. It's guaranteed up to 6. Now here's the play I was talking about when Paris Campbell went to the Giants. The Giants also made a trick, and they got a trade. They got Darren Waller from the Raiders, and they're sending a 3rd-round pick, just number 100, to Las Vegas. You know, Colts could have done that. Could have got a brand new tight end. No, but we're gonna try and go with Jelani Woods and see if he can do it. You didn't want to pair him up, make it like a tight end combo or something. Nope. Who cares? Also, OJ Howard, another guy the Colts could have got. We're like, did you see a tight end? Because I didn't. And apparently the Raiders signed him. They picked him up. So, yeah, go on.
I don't know what the Colts are doing this year, bro.
I literally don't know. I really
I agree what they're doing. They're making a bomb-ass special teams unit. You cut Matt Ryan, and then you give $22 million to the kicker. You're going to be in field goal range.
I'm not going to lie, Derek. So they pay – wait, that dude's making more than Justin Tucker?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking dumb. I'm sorry. That was really dumb sign. I was way over.
When Justin Tucker signs a new deal and whatnot, that's gonna be even bigger. Like it just happens every single year.
Who did he? I've never even heard of him.
Who? Matt Gay?
Yeah, he's really good kicker.
What do you mean?
What did he play for?
He would play for the Rams the last couple of years, I believe.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I never heard of him, bro. For real, dead ass.
Yeah, it's kind of a good thing. Sometimes when you're not being heard of, it's because you're doing a good job. And when you're being put into the news, it's because you're doing a bad job.
Well, that's fair. When it comes to kickers, I feel like that's fair.
Yeah,
like Cody Parkey.
Yeah, exactly. You probably know more kickers that are terrible than you do good kickers, because the good kickers, they're not usually in the news unless they're making like game winners or something.
No, that's fair.
You pay me $17 million a year to kick a football.
No, I wouldn't pay anyone in the world. You?
Nah. What do you mean? What do you mean, like me? You don't think I can kick a football at least?
Fuck no, Danny.
Bro, it's a lot harder than it seems, bro. You don't remember what happened when dude?
No, Danny's pigeon-toed, so there ain't no way.
It's a lot harder than you think, bro.
I mean,
I can hit the uprights. Maybe my pigeon-toed abilities would somehow make it like upright every time.
What about when it's like a 40-yard kick, Danny? Then what are they supposed to do? Just keep the offense on the field? Because I don't think you can even kick it that far.
I mean, if you get me in within 10 yards, I might be able to hit it.
Oh, so you're just good for extra points?
Yeah.
Other than that, useless.
Inspiration for pigeon-toed people out there everywhere. He's a superhero. Oh, man. Okay. Raiders are also signing Patriots wide receiver Jacoby Myers to a 3-year deal worth $33 million and $21 million guaranteed.
He's not worth that kind of money.
Oh, really?
I mean, he is. They didn't even overpay him, bro. He got paid like low, like still prove yourself fucking type money. And dude, Jacoby is a baller, bro. I'm sad about that, low key.
I'm not sad about what he did to us in the Raiders game.
Bro, he did so much for us. You can't hold a one game over his head, bro. He was great out the slot. He was great.
Yeah, he was.
I thought it was pretty great. I had him on my fantasy team last year, and
Yeah, we did
We'll
have him. He
play.
was good. He was good. He was good. Really.
I mean, he ain't no fucking like insane like elite receiver, but like, bro,
Productive.
he's productive. He's like he's consistent. That's the word, bro. Like he'll get you the catches, receptions, the yards. Not like no crazy 100-yard games and shit, but he'll have 4 or 5 catches, 50, 60 yards almost consecutively, bro.
You know who he reminds me of?
Who?
Brandon Cooks.
Cookie.
They're like the same player. Both really good at catching the ball, man.
But Cookie's faster.
Cook, yeah, he's probably faster. Cowboys just got him though. They had 2 2023 fifth-round picks. Their own at number 161 and a compensatory one for losing Randy Gregory at number 169. And they're sending that pick to Houston as part of a trade for receiver Brandon Cooks.
Cowboys out here just fleecing everybody, bro.
Facts. I don't know how they're doing this, but they need to knock it the fuck off. They lost last year, and they're like, oh, we can't have this ever happen.
5th-round pick for Gilmore and another 5th round for Brandon. Yeah, bro, they're out here just fucking fleecing.
What for the Super Bowl this year? That'd be my worst nightmare.
That's insane, dude.
Oh, I'd boycott the NFL. I'd never watch it again. And then everybody would be worried, like, why isn't Danny from Northwest Indiana watching it? I'm like, well, Cowboys won the Super Bowl.
Cowboys are looking real good, bro. I hate the Cowboys, but they're looking real good, depending on who the quarterback is.
It gets crazier. So they're not the only one making moves. Wide receiver Allen Lazard is leaving Green Bay, and he just signed a $44 million contract with the New York Jets. And he's productive. Another wide receiver that was out in the market, he's actually staying with the Saints, is Michael Thomas. I'm kind of curious of how he's going to do.
If he's asking him to stay healthy.
I think he can. He had that injury. I was reading up on it. Essentially, they told him to get surgery. He's like, no, I'm going to play through the whole season. Played through the whole season, then finally got the surgery, and then thought he'd be ready by the certain time, and then wasn't. And then just here we are again a year later.
I mean, I still think he's a stud. It's just, can he stay healthy?
Facts.
I don't think he can stay healthy.
I'm going to call it right now.
Man's downfall, Danny. I hope he stays healthy because he's a beast, bro. I always liked watching him, bro. He makes
He's such a dick.
He always catches the ball. Dude's a stud.
I'm going to call it right now. Michael Thomas, comeback player of the year.
He very well could be. If he stays healthy, absolutely, he definitely can be.
Make a bet. Eagles have been making moves. Way too many sometimes, and it kind of annoys me. But they've agreed to terms with Seahawks running back Rashad Penny. I like that because they don't have Miles Sanders anymore. All-pro cornerback James Bradbury is returning to the Eagles on a 3-year deal worth $38 million, including $20 million is full and guaranteed, and another $6 million in incentives. Lions are also making moves. They have new Bears running back David Montgomery on a 3-year deal worth $18 million with $11 million guaranteed. Former Bears quarterback and Bengals quarterback Andy Dalton is expected, or he did, sign a 2-year deal worth $10 million that includes $8 million full and guaranteed with the Panthers. So he's the new quarterback over there for Frank Reich. The Bucs also have a new quarterback. They signed a 1-year deal with quarterback Baker Mayfield for $8.5 million, giving him an opportunity to battle for the starting spot with Kyle Trask. I think he'll take that with flying colors. The Texans are signing tight end Dalton Schultz, another tight end the Colts could have had. Nah, I guess not. To a 1-year deal worth up to $9 million per sources. $9 million? You don't have $9 million you can get this man? Come on. He had 198 catches and 17 touchdowns over the past 3 seasons in Dallas, and he's only 26. Only. You hear that? Only.
He's a red zone machine, bro.
Fact. Pissed off, man. Anyways.
With the Colts need a tight end, I'll be you guys' tight end.
Oh, yeah? You want to hear another tight end that went off the board? Panthers signed tight end Hayden Hurst.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, they also signed Miles Sanders, too, as well. So Frank Reich is just signing everybody and just taking them from the damn Colts. I don't really care too much about Miles Sanders, but all the tight ends, the wide receivers, I mean, just stop it. Just stop it. Let's see. The Texans, again, I keep hearing their name. They just signed Bills running back Devin Singletary to a 1-year deal worth up to $3.7 million. And here comes the Patriots. Patriots signed running back James Robinson for a 2-year deal, max value of $8 million. And that's a very productive running back. He was kind of quiet.
Didn't overpay. Got him for a good price. I like it.
And he was kind of quiet this year for the Jets, but I think that's just the Jets, honestly.
He didn't really get that many touches either, I feel like.
Yeah, they were all – it was
He's
Zach
tall.
throwing the ball. I mean, you can't really run the ball when you got some trash quarterback the entire time.
Yeah.
The Cowboys release Ezekiel Elliott, but they're posting it for June 1st. So that way they can save $10.9 million in salary cap space with $5.8 million in dead money. And this contract will stay in the books until then because he'll be a free agent. And he's also a free agent to sign at any time that he wants. So that's pretty cool.
I wonder where he's going to go. Any predictions, guys?
Zeke?
Yeah, for Zeke.
I think Zeke is going to be a member of the Philadelphia Eagles.
No.
No, I don't be saying shit. It was factual in my head.
I feel like he's going to go to a pending team. I'm just trying to think of who kind of.
I'm going to look. I got to look at teams real quick because I'm not going to instantly think.
The Dolphins got back there. Maybe the Dolphins.
I think they got I don't know. I don't even know
How about the
anymore.
Ravens? The Ravens have injury-prone running backs.
We got J.K. Dobbins. They ain't doing that. All right, here we go. Depending on what happens with Mixon, maybe the Bengals sign him, but I think he'll be all right. We got
I don't know. I'm going to say Dolphins. Fuck it.
Yeah,
who does Denver have?
Do they even have a running back?
Well, they had Melvin Gordon and then that other
Williams. He injured his ACL and PCL, right?
Maybe
that
Denver.
I can't remember his name.
Maybe Green. No.
Yeah,
I'd say either Denver, Atlanta, maybe the Saints because of Alvin Kamara and his case, and the Rams. That'd be the only teams I would say. I'd probably say the Rams, honestly.
Yeah.
Guess we'll see. You said around June 1st?
June 1st. That's his post-designation cut where they'll save money, but he can sign at any time for any team.
All right, for sure. I guess we'll see.
Former Colts quarterback and a Cleveland Browns quarterback, Jacoby Brissett, is expected to sign with the Washington Commanders.
You know he's going to start over there probably.
Definitely, unless they're – I mean, they got Sam Howell over there, but I don't see Sam Howell doing it.
That's definitely better than him. He's got more experience too.
Yep. Orlando Brown, he's no longer with the Chiefs. He's going to be with the Bengals on a $31 million deal. Also, I want to say something about Zeke. I forgot to mention earlier. In 7 years that he's been with Dallas, he has 10,498 all-purpose yards. He's led the league in rushing twice in 2016 and 18, and he ranks third in franchise history in rushing yards and touchdowns.
He was very productive early on, bro. He just sort of been on a little decline lately, but
he's still young. He's only 27. That's weird.
You think he's got a Hall of Fame career or no? No.
Maybe.
We'll see. I mean, his average yards per carry last year were still pretty good. He just didn't get
that many touches, yeah.
Because Tony Pollard's a dog, man. You can't not give him the ball. And now that means
I think he's on the verge of having a Hall of Fame career. I think if he can have another breakout season or two,
he can keep it going.
He can get there, yeah.
He needs another solid 3 years, yes.
I also think that Tony Pollard's going to have an excellent year. I think that this is the year, like you guys thought last year was some shit. Now he's got no one to compete with his fucking touches. Even if they fucking get someone in the draft, it's Tony Pollard's world or no one's world. I'm telling you right now, he's probably going to be a high pick draft pick. Like second round, third round, maybe even first round. I'm just saying he's going to be a good pick this year. You should probably grab him. Saints are signing former Lions running back Jamal Williams on a 3-year deal. So actually, I don't think that Zeke will go to the Lions or the Saints. Bucks are signing Chase Edmonds to a 1-year deal. He'll be a good backup mixing in over there because they just got rid of Leonard Fournette. We'll talk about the Mixon incident in a moment. Bears also signed Packers tight end Robert Tonyan on a 1-year deal. They signed Panthers running back Deontay Foreman to a 1-year deal worth $3 million, and they signed backup quarterback PJ Walker to a deal as well.
They're starting to resemble the 2019 Ravens. How they building that roster.
The way that they're building it?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because how Justin Fields can run the football and how the players they had that are fast, agile, elusive, like everybody their building's fast.
I smell a lot of RPOs.
Yeah.
It's true. Okay, that makes sense. Patriots are doing a lot. So there's 3 things that they've done besides the stuff I mentioned earlier. They signed Juju Smith-Schuster. Damian Harris, that used to be on their team, is now with the Buffalo Bills on a 1-year deal. And tight end Mike Gesicki, he is now with the New England Patriots. So you guys got 2 tight ends now.
I like the Gesicki signing a lot. I'm not saying Juju sucks. Well,
he's decent. Like we
could have got better, bro. We got TikTok Clown Boy, and we could have got fucking DeAndre Hopkins. We could have got like DeAndre Hopkins or something, but we get him. Like
we got the TikTok team now.
Hey, you still can get DeAndre Hopkins. There was rumors about the Patriots getting DeAndre Hopkins, Jerry Jeudy, so you can still get these guys. But right now, you guys are looking a little bit better than you were last year. You got 2 really good tight ends now. You got Juju to replace Jacoby Meyer. You just need a couple other weapons over there now, and a running back now because Damian ain't there.
Well,
you got James Robinson,
Rondé Stevenson, or
you're right. Never mind.
He was balling last year, bro.
And plus, you have James Robinson to back up.
I think we're all right.
All right, cool.
I think James Robinson's an upgrade over Harris.
Yeah, he probably won't get injured as much either.
Yeah, Harris was a little beep sometimes.
He'd always get injured and be out for a couple of games.
Yeah, it was kind of annoying.
Marcus Mariota, he's now on the Eagles as a backup on a $5 million deal worth of – wait, what? 1-year deal.
Worth $5 million?
Worth up to $8 million. I put 1 year, $5 million deal. That makes no sense.
He's a decent backup to have. I mean, he's a decent backup to have. If something happens to Hurts, at least you got someone with some experience coming in.
Yeah, coming in and kind of has that type of like system.
Kind of quick and move.
Texans are they re-agreed to some terms to Laramie Tunsil. He's got a 3-year, $75 million extension that includes $50 million fully guaranteed. The deal includes a $30 million sign-in bonus. Imagine you just sign right here on the dotted line, you get $30 million right now.
Yeah, dude got paid, bro.
Dude, I'll sign any contract for $30 million.
And they'll pay about $60 million in total guarantees. That's fucking crazy.
But he getting paid. He got the bag for sure.
Frank Reich did another thing that pissed me off too. Panthers signed Adam Thielen to a 1-year. Actually, I think it's a 3-year deal technically, but
what's the financials on that? I've been trying to find it.
I couldn't find it earlier. I just know that it's 3 years, but it's technically 2 years. If that makes sense.
I don't even think that's a good signing, bro. You wanted him?
Yeah.
He hasn't had a 1K yard receiving season since 2018, bro.
I don't give a fuck. He catches the ball.
And he's 32.
Yeah, but he catches the ball. Look how many catches he gets every year.
Really
and then you look at all wide receivers and tell me how many catches they got last year, and then you'll see why I said that.
He's still pretty productive.
He is.
That's why I want to know the financials. I just want to see what they paid him, so I could. I looked it up, Derek. If you could find it, I'll shit my pants. I looked it up literally like just today.
Wasn't Adam Thielen a quarterback before he became a receiver in the NFL too?
You're asking the wrong person.
I don't know about that. He might have been though. I'm actually not sure.
Yeah, it doesn't say any amount. Yeah, I don't know. I think I was watching the Pat McAfee show earlier. I think they said it on the Pat McAfee show. I think Ian Rappaport did. But, yeah, I can't find it. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson has agreed to terms with the Detroit Lions. So that safety will be over there now. And that's what I have for free agency news. Anything you guys want to recap on that? Anything that you guys liked about that? You guys like those moves by the Patriots?
I do. I mean, for the most part. I mean, Juju isn't a bad pickup. I just wish if we could still get like D-Hop or Judy, I'll be very happy. I'll be like, hell yeah, bro.
I would take Judy over D-Hop at this point.
I mean, I can't disagree with that, but it's kind of hard to agree with it as well. Like, I'm kind of neutral on that. They're both really good. Judy's definitely younger.
Younger talent.
I mean, I get that he's younger, but I mean, it's D-Hop.
But yeah,
I still think D-Hop probably has like another 8 years left, bro. Like, even though he's a wide receiver, he's one of those that remind me like Andre Johnson, who played forever, and who else? Larry Fitzgerald, like those types of guys. Like, they just catch everything. His hands are fucking huge.
But I do like the Mississippi signing a lot because now we got Hunter. We got rid of Johnny Smith, but we got Hunter Henry still, and we got Giuseppe. So I feel like it ain't like no Rob Gronkowski, fucking Aaron Hernandez type duo, but
it's pretty nice.
I feel like it's kind of up there. It's kind of close.
You know how much Bill, when I say Bill, I mean Bill O'Brien and Bill Belichick, they both like their tight ends.
That's what I'm saying. They're going to use them dynamically.
I mean, they're nasty with it.
Yeah, they are. I'm not going to lie.
Facts. What about the Bears moves? You guys like those Bears moves?
I think the Bears are doing really good, yeah.
Yeah, I like those too.
I think the Bears are doing really good.
They've been making the most noise, honestly. I've been mad about the Colts just because the Colts haven't really done anything. It's like if anything, I feel like we've gotten worse than what we were the year prior. The only thing that's probably improved is the quarterback position. And that's saying a lot, Wide receiver, we haven't signed any new wide receivers. We haven't made any moves to trade for any wide receivers. We just re-signed Ashton Dulin. He's our spinner. So right now we just have Ashton Dulin, Michael Pittman Jr., and Pierce on the roster as far as wide receivers go. Running backs, obviously we got JT. We haven't signed any new offensive linemen, and though we need some. Orlando Brown was available. There's another guy on the Bengals who's also available. I don't understand why we're not signing top tier.
You guys got cap space too, ain't it?
We just freed up $17 million for Matt Ryan, and then
how much did you have before that?
Like 12.
So, who the fuck are you guys paying over there, bro? I'm trying to think.
Darius Leonard, Quentin Nelson, Braden Smith.
Quentin Nelson worth it.
All these damn
Darius Leonard. He was a straight stud. Years. I understand why you guys paid him, but he hasn't really been the same ever since the last couple of years.
Back right?
Sort of. It's like something in somewhere. I think it was in his foot that was affecting his back. He thought, but he's just in a lot of pain all the time. He said. And then not only that, on the defensive side, we got rid of Stephon Gilmore. I haven't seen us sign any new cornerbacks to the team, so we haven't replaced that position. It means we're probably going to go draft.
For a 5th round pick, dude. That's what I can't get over, bro.
What I did notice, though, we did sign some defensive ends, I believe. Some guy from the 49ers. I forgot his name. He looks good. So, he's just going to replace Yannick Ngakoue, I think is how he's doing. Or Yannick Ngakoue. I don't know. One of those words. Yeah, you know what I mean. But he's going to replace him. And I think that's pretty much it, honestly. Otherwise, they've just been re-signings. I'm just disappointed. I hope we did more, but
don't be disappointed until you see the draft.
True.
A lot can happen. Yeah.
True.
You guys are really good at drafting.
Yeah, we're also good at drafting backwards. They're like, you know what? We have a really good opportunity to draft a quarterback right here. But, dude, if we go back 4 spots, we get 3 picks. Let's do that, guys.
Fuck it. We're not going to have a quarterback this year. We'll get one next year, boys.
Yeah. Can I touch on the Bears real quick?
Sure.
I want to just give my opinion for all these Bears fans out here. I like what they're doing with their team free agency, and they still have the most cap space in the NFL. And I also like what they did with their trading their first overall pick to get more draft picks and to get DJ Moore. And don't be surprised, y'all, if they get rid of the 9th pick and they move down to get more picks.
I doubt that happens because they want some top tier. They want a top 10 level talent on their team. That's for sure.
Who you guys think? Okay, not even who. What position do you guys think they're going to draft?
Offensive tackle.
offensive lineman or defensive lineman, either or.
Yeah, they're tired of old boy running for his life, so I think they're going to keep him upright. They've been going defensive for a long time. I think they're going to help Justin Fields. They're going to try and get some pieces around him because last year was all those questionable ones, but they were all towards the defense. They still have all those young pieces. Now it's time for the offense.
I would definitely. Yeah, I think I would definitely go O lineman if I was them because fucking Fields back there just running for his life, bro. But he be making it happen though.
That's true. It's true. He's a baller. Frank Reich has still been pissing me off because now that he has the number 1 pick, he kind of like leapfrogged the Colts, put us in a fucked up predicament. I don't think we're getting CJ Stroud now, which makes me fucking angry because I really wanted him. I think it's going to be CJ Stroud, Bryce Young going to be gone. So does that leave us? Will Levis, Anthony Richardson? It's like, I don't know.
I don't know enough about either of them to really comment. But I do think you guys are going to get a quarterback.
I know we should get a quarterback. I hope to God we get a quarterback because if we don't get a quarterback, I'm just going to be like, what are we watching? Like, just this year? Yay.
Like, another year. At least maybe you'll have a chance at number 1 pick
next year. Who's coming out next year? I wonder.
Jeff Saturday, fuck you guys to get a quarterback.
Oh, fuck.
Philadelphia Eagles proposed allowing and this is just a rule, allowing the kicking team to convert a 4th and 20 from its own 20-yard line instead of an onside kick following a score. The XFL has already put a similar rule into effect, increasing the calls for the NFL to adopt that innovation. What do you guys think about that?
Of course the Eagles propose it because they just lost the Super Bowl and they're fucking pissed off. That's the only reason they fucking proposed it, bro. 110%, dude.
Do you like the idea, though? So, like, and
I do like the idea.
After they score, you can go for an onside kick. But instead of doing an onside kick, they want you to start on the 4th and 20.
I like the idea.
It's different.
It's different, but I don't know if it'll
go through. You don't like it, Danny?
Yeah, every year they're trying to change rule after rule after rule now. Like
that's kind of what's annoying. It's always the losing Super Bowl team too, bro. Always, or a team that lost in the AFC Championship to some bullshit, or it's always a team that lost in the playoffs to something that didn't swing their way. Now they're like, oh well, this bullshit. They're sort of like, was it the Bills when they didn't get the chance to score? When they didn't get the in the overtime game against the Chiefs
the overtime
or whatever.
Rule, I was okay with. I was okay with changing the overtime rule to get each person a fair opportunity.
No, I do too. I like it.
But every other rule prior to that, I mean, I just don't dig it.
I don't know. I feel like the game is improving. There are some rules I hate, but I wouldn't say I'm necessarily for this particular rule, but it does make it more interesting to watch, after a kickoff. Okay, after a kickoff, we're not doing an onside. Or a 4th and 20. Someone's trying to get the ball again. But
I just feel like a 4th and 20 is more easy to get than an onside kick. That's kind of why I don't. It's like onside kicks are supposed to be very hard to pull off, and like it's like a very low percentage conversion rate. And I feel like this is, 4th and 20, and it's fucking easy to get, but it's definitely easier to get than an onside kick.
True.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't want them to take it away, the onside kick in general, because now I'm thinking about it, like it's going to, like that gives the kicker less of something to do. That's
yeah.
I don't want them taking away kickers. Los Angeles Rams would also like to see roughing the passer become reviewable through a coach's challenge.
I think we talked about this before. I'm not against it, but I just feel like they're gonna stick with the refs call like they do 95% of just like when they review pass interference calls. Most of the time, even if it is clear pass interference, they just stick with most of the time calling the field, bro.
Yeah,
and that's just, I feel like it's just gonna slow the game down.
And it's hard to like for example, remember the weight on them, like when they fall on them and stuff like that. It's hard to kind of determine if you really put your weight on someone. You know what I mean? You can't really.
You're falling on them. What do they expect people to do, bro?
It's you go full speed at somebody.
I get it. It's a rule, but I get it. And like, if they change the rule now it's gonna be like you gotta like see, but like literally, it's up to the ref. If they want to call it, that's up to them. If they thought it was it wasn't a flag, they wouldn't have thrown that flag. But I don't know. One rule that could go into effect 1 year too late is the San Francisco 49ers are asking for the allowance of an emergency quarterback who could enter a game if a team's 2 quarterbacks are injured. Now, all teams in the NFL can go on to active roster day with 3 active quarterbacks. They just don't do that. They only have 2 and 1 on the practice squad. But when they're in the game and whatnot, the one that's on the practice squad is on the active roster, so they can't play in the game. So what they're trying to propose is instead of them having to go into the game and choose, instead of having an extra linebacker and having to choose to have a 3rd quarterback, allow them just to have the 2 quarterbacks, keep the extra linebacker, but God forbid both fucking starting quarterbacks get injured in the game, they have an emergency guy that they can come in. I like that idea. It should be in there.
I like that idea too, because during that playoff game, that probably got a lot of viewership for that TV company that was hosting the game, and it just looked bad. Like, I turned it off after both quarterbacks were injured. I'm like, okay, not gonna watch the game now. It's over. Philadelphia Eagles are advancing. I mean, it's just a done deal.
Yeah, I mean, fuck those companies. I don't give a fuck about them. They got tons of money anyways. But
Yeah, that's the last thing I was thinking about.
I'm just saying that's probably gonna go into the rule just because their contracts and the money.
Oh,
That
yeah.
makes sense. Yeah, no, that's a good point. That's a
Yeah,
good point.
it also, like, it just sucks, and it's so deflating for a team when both your starting quarterbacks come in and you can't put anybody else in there, and you just got some dude who's got a broken arm essentially just handing the ball off every time to run because he literally can't throw because they can't have another quarterback in the game because they don't have an emergency quarterback. And that just sucks because it like you just said, it takes away from the viewership. People probably left the game, but I think it's just even more deflating to like the team that is actually playing, knowing that they still have a chance to win the game, but they can't because they don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, I like that. I could totally get down with that rule. It's decent. I mean, it's very rarely going to happen, but as you can see, it can happen. So,
yeah, and I feel like it's one of those things. There's never a rule for something until something freaking happens. Like the Patriots are a prime example of that. There's been, I think, 2 or 3 things that have happened in playoffs over the years, like the talk rule. There's other shit, And the next thing, the Ravens thing, boom. There's a new rule the following year to make sure that shit don't happen again. It's like they're just looking for a loophole, and when they find that loophole, some people are like, we see that it's there, so we'll let you have it this time. But here's a new rule. It's like, no, like, bitch. Like, no, I found that loophole. Let me keep that shit. They had one this year, actually. I think it was the Raiders. The Raiders had it a certain designed way. I believe that they either punted punting the football, and they would get so many punts pinned inside the 20, and they were watching, and I guess it was the way that they were doing it. So the NFL said you can't do that anymore. It's like, you guys are jerks. The Chargers submitted a bylaw proposal where wildcard teams would be seated higher than division champs in the playoffs if the wildcard team has 4 or more wins than a division champ who is below 500. What do you guys think about that?
I don't even know how to feel about that. It makes sense, but fuck, I don't know.
So it's like, say, out of all these teams that are, winning their division, say you have one team that's like 4 and 6, 7, is it 16 now? Yeah, no, 15. No, I added too many. 4 and 13, sorry. Say you have a team that's 4 and 13, they make the playoffs. But for some reason, because they're the 4th division winner, their seed is higher than a wild card team who probably has 11 wins and 5 losses, but they're in a division that has another team who has 11 wins and 5 losses. So they're trying to match that up to make sure that you're not just going against some bum team and all of a sudden they get lucky and they kick you out. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's a bad idea.
I like it. I like the reseeding.
It's probably another rare type thing that'll happen. It happened this year though. The Bucks made it in 8 and 9.
Yep. Go ahead, Danny.
I like it. I mean, it gives more of an opportunity to advance at least one round. But it's different. I don't know.
Yeah, we kind of do that right now for fantasy. Whenever we go to the playoffs is always reseeded after every win and stuff like that to give whoever's the best, essentially, like you're going against good matchups every time and not some like bum matchup where so-and-so has been fucking garbage all season. You're going against one of the best teams in the league. Boom, you're losing. No, we try to reseed it and make everything fair.
Yeah, and on top of that, the bum ass teams getting home field advantage. Like,
Yeah,
why?
like
Why? Like, these motherfuckers won fucking 8 games and shit. Like, why do they get home field? Like, this is so stupid.
I don't know. I looked a lot better for them. I faced better competition, and I am getting the shit end of the stick. Like what?
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, I can probably get behind that rule too. It's not
What happened to me?
dog shit.
Seasons and shit. My big money league in fantasy football. Derek won this league, by the way. I had my last 3 games of the regular season. I had to win 2 out of 3 games to make the playoffs. I had the 2nd seed, the 1st seed, and the 10th seed. And I remember telling everybody, I'm like, dude, this guy's in last place. He's gonna knock me off in the last game of the season. The 1st and 2nd guy are gonna blow me away. They did. Derek squeaked into the playoffs because of me losing, and then he beat all top seeds and won the whole thing.
It's all about playoffs, baby. It's all about playoffs.
Killed it, dude.
A regular season don't mean shit. It's great that you have on your record you got first. That means that you're doing good throughout the season of trying to manage your team to make sure they win from week to week. But when you get towards the playoffs, it doesn't give a matter what the fuck happened throughout the season because you got to figure out if your team is good for that week and that week only because your object is just to win that week, not the whole playoffs. The whole playoffs and a whole season. You don't just play one week. You're like, all right, I got next week. Yay. There's not a loser's bracket. You just suck. You're out. Oh,
that's true, though. I mean, you just need to win the regular season again or the dance.
Your fingers muffin. We did hear you.
Sorry about that shit. I said you just need to win in the regular season and get into the dance.
Exactly. Now, Aaron Rodgers. Apparently he's come out and said some stuff. Hold on. He has provided the New York Jets with a wish list of free agents. Now, this is a wish list. He just said he wishes these players would be on the same team as him when he went to go sign. He's not saying like, yo, I'm not going unless these guys are here. But he mentioned Randall Cobb. I don't think that's a good idea. Or Mercedes Lewis. Also don't think that's a good idea. They're kind of out of their prime. They're a little old. I feel like that's kind of a waste of money when you got better talent on the roster. And you can also sign a stud tight end in the draft, okay? Alan Lazar, who they happened to sign, was a good signing. So they got him to go with Garrett Wilson over there and Elijah Moore, the burner. Odell Beckham. I mean, who doesn't want Odell Beckham Jr. on their team, honestly? But that was
ACL injuries.
Go ahead.
2 ACL injuries? I don't know about that.
Beast.
Splash, but not for fucking some crazy ass amount.
Yeah, agreed. Like I'd do like a 2-year deal, honestly. You know,
but team friendly because my man, you've been getting hurt a lot, bro.
He really has. And then also I'm gonna present this to you guys and show you. Adam Scheffner put out a tweet because Aaron Rodgers went on the Pat McAfee show. He's talking about things, and he's like, "Yeah, I sent a text to Adam Schefter and told him to basically get lost and lose his number, and this is it." Adam Schefter put out the tweet, said, "Yep, this is what he said. Lose my number. Good try, though."
That's funny.
Aaron Rodgers has a small circle, apparently. Bum. We've actually had a pretty short show today.
God, Aaron Rodgers really doesn't like anybody.
Yeah, he's got a small circle. Did you guys see that MJ is trying to sell the Hornets?
I'd be trying to sell that dog shit team too.
He's like, man, I can't even keep LaMelo on the floor, dude. He's like, I'm sick of this shit. I'm getting my profit. I'm getting out.
Yep.
What if he buys the Bulls?
I thought about that. That'd be cool.
That'd be dope.
I wish, but he would never do that. I mean, I don't think it would ever happen because Jerry Reinsdorf is a fucking douchebag. But I just wish that he would sell the Hornets and he'd be like, you know what? I want to buy the Bulls and then just get rid of the shit organization that they are, and then he can make it better. Hopefully, maybe. I don't know because he's not doing so good over there with the Hornets.
That's the problem.
But he's only a majority owner, right? I mean, there's other people owning it with him.
With the Hornets?
Yeah, right? I thought there's other people owning it with him.
I'm sure they do.
You can't put all the blame on Jordan, but at the same time you do it because it's Jordan, because he's a brand name.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a point. All right, the last couple things I'm going to talk about. And if Michael Jordan does happen to sell it, I get more reports, we'll talk about it. But yeah, I just wanted to bring up that rumor. But Roger Goodell apparently is getting a damn extension. What are your thoughts on that?
I fucking hate that dude. So kind of sad to see it happen, but whatever. What can I do? Still gonna watch. I mean, I don't hate him enough to where I'm like boycott the NFL. Fuck him. I'm still gonna watch the NFL, but I'm just not a fan of him.
I mean, he does make the NFL run, though, if you think about it. Things do go through him, and he does make it happen.
He does have the perfect face that you want to hate. He is the epitome of hatred. So whenever someone wants to talk shit about the NFL, he's the face. Like, that's the first thing you see when it comes to NFL. You're like, NFL owners. Nope, him first. And then it's those owners. He'll like, oh, let me talk to you first. It's like the annoying manager. You're like, hey, man, let me talk to the boss upstairs. He's like, that's me.
Dude. He has like a phrase that says, I want to punch you.
Let me speak to your manager. Hola. Anyways,
that would be me.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, whatever. He's just got that perfect face to hate. I feel like he did better than the previous guy, so I'm not really complaining too much. But I'm always gonna hate that dude. Like, fuck him.
Yeah, I'm still gonna watch the NFL though. So.
Yeah, same. I always laugh at those people like, I'm not gonna watch the NFL. You got Colin Kaepernick taking knees and being disrespectful.
Shit too.
Oh my God.
They're still gonna make billions without you.
Still though, yeah, exactly. Like,
they're not gonna get my son. God damn it, not number. They're not gonna get my money. I'm not watching the NFL anymore. I'm like,
they'll probably still do. That's the best part.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, I'm still gonna watch it. I can complain as much as I want, but the things are still gonna happen, or whatever the case may be. So,
look at me. I complain all the time since Tom retired.
I would have to go up to every single fan that tries to enter the doors for the NFL stadiums and convince every single one of them not to enjoy a really good game of football. That's good luck.
Good luck with that.
Last thing I want to talk about. Don't even know if all of you know. I know Danny might knows, but the greatest UFC fighter of all time is going into the Hall of Fame. His name is he's the Spider.
I know who he is. I'm not really gonna comment on this. I just know who he is.
What about you, Danny? You know him, or did you even watch? I can't even remember. I do want to bring Josh on the show to talk about him one day, but yeah, he's not paying attention.
Anderson Silva.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was listening.
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
Sorry, I spaced out. No, he's the greatest fighter in UFC history. I mean, he was long term, fought a lot of years, and won a lot of fights. I mean, he should be in the Hall of Fame.
This man is the reason why I started watching UFC in the first place. Like, he was so fucking cocky, like it was crazy, like that he could be that cocky, that great, and it was just like I started liking him, and I started noticing other people were hating him. They're like, why do you like him so much? I'm like, because he talks shit and he can still back it up. Like, he can walk up to you right now and call you a fucking bitch to your face, and you're not going to do a goddamn thing about it because he'll beat your ass.
And he can back it up too.
Literally, dude. And then when he's in the ring, ain't no one touching him. Like, they would be swinging out. He's like, duck. I was like, what is this dude in the Matrix? Like, what is going on here, man?
He the one that broke his leg when he kicked someone?
Yep.
I remember a long time ago, but
who that was against? Yeah, it broke his leg, and ever since then, he hasn't really been the same. But there's still records that people haven't broken yet. Like, there was a record Usman was going to break. I think it was finishes, consecutive finishes. There were consecutive title defenses. I think that was Israel Adesanya, and neither of them got those. They were one win away from that stuff, and neither of them got that. So it just solidifies his status as a GOAT, because these fucking guys aren't about to go on another 16-fight run or 17-fight run. No, it's going to be some other young guy that tries to compete with that record, or even John Bones Jones. But yeah, he's the GOAT. I mean, obviously John Jones is GOAT too. But Anderson Silva's got all those accolades and stuff like that. But also after John Jones fights Stipe, then I'm gonna start saying he's definitely one of the greatest of all. It's both of them. Like they're both so great and they hold so many records. I'm just glad. But yeah, that's all I got for today, fellas. I appreciate you guys all being on the show today.
Yes, sir.
It's a pleasure seeing you guys. If you guys ever are in doubt or lost, just remember I got a ghost tattoo with a pizza. Right, there we go.
Is that real?
Yeah,
That's
it's
a pretty dope tattoo.
tattoo convention with my girlfriend. We both got ghost tattoos.
Oh, that's cute. It's so adorable.
It is adorable. It hurt though.
Yeah, duh. I mean, it's a fucking tattoo, bro. Do you think it was gonna tickle?
Yeah.
All right, bro. I'm going to bed.
All right, man. Later, man.
Y'all.
I'll
Sleep
see
well.
you later.
Later, Gators.
Later, alligator.
Later, buddy.
All right, guys. I appreciate you guys watching the show. Don't forget, subscribe below. We only need 81 more subscribers to hit 200. And be sure to hit that like button down there. Appreciate you guys. You guys have a